everybody, it's me. Come on, that YouTuber. The really random one. Come on, you gotta know me. I'm done with you guys. I'm actually done. In this video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different to what I normally do, and that is, today I'm going to be building my very own personal gaming computer. And to start off, I'll have a quick run through of the equipment that I'm using. So to start off, from Gigabyte, we have the Z97X SLI motherboard, which is, well, I think it's pretty good, and it's probably what I need, to be honest, and it will house all the cooling and everything, and I'll probably overclock using it and everything as well. Next up, we have the Intel Core i5 4690K processor, which is good because where it's K, it means that it can be overclocked and you can mess around with the clocks and stuff. I have the HyperX Savage RAM. This is 8GB of RAM, but I've got 2 sticks, so that amounts to 16GB. And this runs at 1800 megahertz. It's being powered by an EVGA 550GS power supply. And it's quite a beefy power supply, but it's not that too much, and it's around the range that I probably need it to be. And the biggest thing about it all is the GTX 970 graphics card, and that normally just runs through all the graphics and everything. For storage, I have a 120GB Kingston SSD, so solid state drive, and I also have a Seagate 1TB SSHD, which is a hybrid drive, which is basically flash memory with sort of prototype with a hard drive. And last but not least, to be able to overclock it, I have a Zalman fan. I'm not really sure what the motherboard, the model number is, and I also have a DVD drive that I salvaged from another computer, but let's not really run through that. I mean, come on. Hopefully it will be compatible, because it does use a Molex connector for power, which is a bit of a problem, but hopefully it will be compatible. So, to start off, I think I should probably do what most people do, and that is install the processor, because the processor is probably the most delicate part of the computer, and yeah, so to start off, we need to get this part of the processor holder, so it's like a hood almost. You raise it up and then you lift it until the point that this comes up, and you lift that up like so. So here's my processor. It's a Core i5. It runs at 3.5 GHz. As you can see, it's very tiny. And I'm just going to open this up, if you don't mind. There we go. And now this is crucial. You have to be careful when you hold these, because these are very delicate and they have lots of pins, as you can see, located on the bottom. And one of the things that I should probably do, so there's an arrow located on one of the areas, and you have to install it in such a way, and it should be, is there an arrow on here? Is there an arrow, like a triangle or anything? There isn't one. Oh, that's interesting. Well, it installs as so in this direction. I need to make sure it's in line. Yep, that's in line. And to just finish off, you place the cover, and then you lower it, and ping. Okay, that comes off. And last but not least, let's see if I can push it in. There we go. And that's installed. That was actually more easier than I expected. I thought it was going to be really difficult. I was panicking a lot actually, because that is probably the most sensitive part, and I really hope I haven't done anything wrong. Next next up, I'm going to install the RAM. Now, of course, that means I'll have to undo the packaging first. So, let me see if I can open this without butchering it too much. Hey, there we go. So, I'm using the HyperX Savage RAM, and this is, how much? It's 8 GB per stick, and it has a nice little sticker on the side. Now there's a little notch on the RAM, and that means, well, it's basically to make sure that you insert it the right way around. Let me see, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I want to open up this one, and because we're using dual channel, we'll have to alternate, so we want to open up this one and this one. Oh, not this one, like so. And I want to point it this way. I want to place it down. And the reason why I'm installing the RAM before I'm installing the CPU cooler, because this isn't the stock CPU cooler that came with the CPU. And the worrying thing is, it might be difficult to install the CPU cooler. There we go. And that needs to be pushed down nice and flat. Now, you might have noticed there's a little bit of a theme going on with my build, and that is everything is pretty much red. And the reason for that is because I really like the colour red, alongside blue. As you can see, recently my room's been decorated blue. So we've installed that. Next thing that we need to install is, well, it should be, theoretically, the CPU cooler fan. Now, this is the part that I'm worried about, because this involves the messy stuff. Now this here, in my hands, it's made by Zalman. It's probably not as good as like the Arctic sort of stuff, but this is thermal compound. Now, if I remember rightly, you basically open this like so, like you do with a piece of tomato ketchup, and you take it and you install and you insert, well, you paste on a pea-sized amount. So that is installed, well, pasted on. Now hopefully that should be enough, and if I place this down and I screw it in, it should spread out. And this is the part that I'm nervous about, because this could go terribly wrong. Is that on? I think so. And this, and these screws, I assume, just go in to the holes. And that means that I will require a screwdriver. Is this one too big? Nope, this one just about fits. Okay. Is it magnetic? Yes, it's magnetic. Oh my god, this is useful. This stuff's useful. Okay, so somehow I'm going to have to try and get this, thread it through here. Do it up too tightly, otherwise you have the problem of, well, you could potentially break the motherboard. You don't want to do that, but you should theoretically do it up like a diagonal, in a diagonal sort of way, so it spreads it out enough. That's all done. That's all installed now. Okay, so let's get the fan. There you go. Let's have a look at these screws. These screw holes. Oh no, that's for the M2. Okay, that's some motherboard screws. Okay, so I'm just having a look to see where this would install onto the case. Right. So there's a way somehow. There are meant to be screws on this. Hang on. I should probably find the manual. Let's have a look. So. Okay, there we go. Hey, there we go, look. Alright. Okay, so confusion has been solved. I can't believe it. I feel a little bit stupid, actually, for not knowing. Hey, there we go. That's the fan installed. Gee, that wasn't that difficult, I guess. And this thing needs to go around here and install into the part that's the CPU fan, which is very delicately in the most insane place ever. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can organise the wire a little bit. I guess that is probably the best that anybody can do. Wow, that took quite a while. Is that? Wait. Hang on. Hang on. Wait. Okay, that's that. Is there anything else? No! It goes into French! Okay, well, that's that. What's next? I guess installing the power? Maybe? Perhaps? Should I install the power? I'll put... Okay, let's think about this. Okay, so we want to have some sort of system where it actually goes to the SSD